Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream! Surely my fourth Japanese copy of this game won't break, right? Yeah! Also, happy affiliate anniversary. What a good... I didn't mean to do that, but I did. This is Tamamayu Monogatari, the Japanese version, the original version, of a game that was localized in the West as Jade Cocoon, the story of the Tamamayu. Tamamayu means Jade Cocoon. So nice redundancy there. This game is cursed. I have Let's Played it on my channel. I have tried to stream it twice, because 3 separate copies of this disc have broken on me. This is a Japanese original. It is very well looked after. In fact, in the box, there's the little survey card still. I can fill that in and send it off to Sony to tell them what I think of this game and their business in general. And given current trends, I damn well might. Let's go. So I am... Really? We're starting off with ware pronouns. Alright! This game is not just one of my favorite RPGs of all time. This is one of my favorite games of all time. If I had to do a top 10 list, easily, like, 3? 2? This is up there. Absolute top 5, for sure. And so, it's going to be a little bit difficult because there is no spoken English dialogue in this version of the game. You can have English text if you want. Like, if we go over here, you can have the alphabet, as well as katakana and hiragana. And letters! But, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to have one of those. So our character's name is Levant, but like said with an upward inflection, like Levant. So what I'm going to do is I am going to let the text play and sort of summarize what's going on. So this gentleman is the Nagi prophet Gi. He's going to be our overarching narrator for this story. He sort of chimes in every so often with bits of scripture, essentially. And he's just like, who is the name of the hero of this story? Well, his name is Levant. So there we go. So, we open in the village of Cyrus. We have our hero Levant and his wife-to-be, Mabu. They are not betrothed through any like romantic or political reasons. It's just how things are. Nagi women like her marry Cocoon masters like him, and each supports the other in doing their job in protecting the people around them. That's what that line is. Nagi women marry... I'm gonna be your wife. Yeah? I have to say, this game looks really, really well done, scaled up. Like, well, it's obviously a PlayStation game, right? But look at it! This is doing really, really well. So, it is the night before an important festival. They never say what the festival is, but it is to do with respecting the people who came before us. Maru is excited to see the storytellers in town, and Rui here, I think he's translated as Louis in English. I forget off the top of my head, but he is translated. Oh, he is annoyed that we are up here playing our stupid flute. There it is! What did I tell you? The last time I tried this, Louis probably says "baka" at the end of his dialogue box, and there it is. How am I doing? I'm doing great, Tempest. I'm playing my favorite game. Hopefully it's going to work this time. There you go. Tomorrow, the minstrels are in town. She's looking forward to going and seeing them perform the religious songs and the tales of old. Also, I'm just gonna put this out there. The game front loads its plot. Like real heavy. It's gonna be like an hour before we actually get to the plot. It's worth it because this game's great. I love it. Oh dear. Oh no! Oh, this game's pre-analog sticks. This is tank controls, everybody. Let's go. Meep Morp, I am tank. Hello, Theo. This is Theo. She's our mother. She tells us that while it is the festival tomorrow, she has not welcomed home the spirit of our father because she believes he is still alive. He's out there somewhere. He will return home eventually. So instead, she's prayed to the gods of the forest to keep him safe. Thank you, Quaha! Happy Penguin anniversary times! Look at the party hat. Everybody get a party hat. Am I gonna go to bed? Yes, I am. It's time to go to bed because it's late. However, Levant is having nightmares. The voices echoing around him are the voices that he's overheard in the village telling him that he can't do things and that his family lineage is perhaps not the best. In the English version, there's a real cool after effect on this, and it's all blurry. It looks like the Silent Hill 1 loading screen. That character's name is different in English. We'll get to that. Anyway, we need to hurry up. Don't leave her behind. Don't keep her waiting. Hurry up now. How you doing, Quokka? I hope the answer's good. Same deal with Tempest and Rex and well, everyone. Everyone better be good. Don't spend too long in the forest. You'll get lost, and they'll never see you again. Well, hey, that's cool, Quokka. You know, making progress, doing well. The Dream Man always reminded me of Henry VIII in the way that he looks. Like, this isn't a plot point or anything. It just is who he reminds me of. Anyway, he asks, what is a child doing in this forest? Cyrus Village had the Lion of Parel, and without him, they shouldn't have a Cocoon Master. But we are the son of the Lion of Parel, so let's see how we do. I say this every time I come to play this game. I absolutely adore the sound design in this game. Like, all of the tabla and the finger symbol noises to do things. It's so good. Well, you know, that's the thing, Quark. Sometimes you have to take a risk. And if the risk doesn't pay off, well, now you know for next time, right? Everything is fine. So, as a lot of good RPGs and Final Fantasy II begin, this was a supposed-to-lose fight. And he's gloating. We can't fulfill our duties as a Cocoon Master. We are just the son of a coward. I love the way that katakana laughter is subtitled, because that's what that bottom row is. The first one is fu, and the next one is ha. So he literally, that is subtitles. That's so good. But yeah, Mushroom Man is a jerk. I don't like him. Hey, wake up. Are you okay? Are you okay? You were calling out in your sleep. Everyone's meeting in the town square. Are you gonna go? Mabu's gonna be there. You have a good question there, Quagga. I always thought that this was bunk beds over here. I'm using my mouse because I'm so used to doing crossword streams. I thought this was bunk beds. But this is a shelf. So presumably she sleeps when we are not in. Or not at all. You know how mums are. Yeah, I thought so. Right, so in English, this character is called Kelmar. In Japanese, that's Kelmario. Like, I can see why they wouldn't directly translate that. There's a thunderous sound coming from the forest. We gotta go save Mabu. You just gonna stand there and let her die? I feel like this... Okay. I know I'm very much leaning into Thing, but Japanese. But I feel like the voice acting in this is a lot better than it is in English. Like, he's not just like, Levon, you've gotta go to the watchtower and save Mabu, you know. He's actually concerned about what's going on here. It sure is, Rixtrus. I'm gonna... There you go. Grapefruit Jarritos. is what I'm drinking today. That ain't bad. Quagga, that is awesome. Be marginally less hot. Cool down. This is new. This doesn't happen in English. This is, I think, our internal monologue. And it's like the only dialogue that Levant has in the entire game. And I think it humanizes him and solidifies the relationship a little bit. Because the last word on the screen there was Mabu. Faced with the prospect of death, one of his final thoughts is, but what about my friend? Long hair that is air drying, also pretty cool, pretty cool. Mine is a little below my shoulders, but kind of not very thick. And if I air dry it, it goes really curly at the ends. Hordes of creatures have broken through the magical barrier that was protecting the village, and apparently is now no longer. Most of the villagers have fallen into a sleep, from which they cannot be awoken. It is stated that the monsters could not have broken through the barrier on their own. Something or someone has had to help them. Jibara, this character who is currently speaking, is understandably annoyed. The reason that they let Garai, the character currently speaking, live in the village is because she is a Nagi woman. They are supposed to control the monsters, and here the monsters have effectively killed most of the village, and she seems to have let them do it. So they are throwing a lot of words out that kind of... I generally don't like when RPGs do this. I recently finished up Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. And as soon as you start that game up, it's... hey, Tether Islands, and Silveranti, and half-elves, and the magic, and the gambits, and the overdrives, and can you stop throwing words at me? In this case, the word, it was highlighted in red. It's now bottom left of the text box there. Onibubu. It's gonna come up a couple times. That's the name of the monsters that have attacked us. Hi, detective. You're pretty cool. I was hyping up your channel earlier, with Volcano Princess. That was a pretty good game. So, at this point, Jibara is continuously annoyed, and she and Garai are basically arguing back and forth about how do we solve this problem. Jibara leaps immediately to human sacrifice, like, out of nowhere. Quagga, that could be interesting. I'd be a hunting horn main. Just why would I do it sensibly? One of the things that Jibara has suggested is Sure, why don't we, wait, have we gotten that part yet?
こうなる前に全ての元凶を立てばよかったのだ。生贄で済むなら。
Hey, I could be down for that. So,
森は人間の願いなど聞き入れてはくれぬ。
let's go through my notes. That's the one that comes first. Alright, so, it turns out there is, potentially, a way to wake up the villagers. But it's a long shot. Garai can potentially make an antidote using calabash, which is a herb that grows deep in the forest. Shibata suggests that they send Garai to go and get it. Obviously not sincerely, it's a ploy. Get this untrustworthy hag out of my village and get her killed. Grota, the chief, suggests that the traditional thing to do is to send a Cocoon master. And since they don't currently have one, they need a new one. So it's over to Levant to follow in his father's footsteps. He's gonna have to go into that forest and deal with them monsters. Oh, there you go. I've read way ahead in my notes. That word right there, calabash herb. Why don't we send Garai to go get it? Quaka, as is my understanding, isn't the hunting horn mostly just there to, like, buff everybody else? Ikagaka is a phrase I am never entirely comfortable saying because it feels like I'm tripping over my own tongue. Ikagaka is, like, do you need? Kaban or ikagaka? Do you need a bag? Does it work along the same sort of lines as... what's it? Vagrant Story, where that game has, like, slash weapons, pierce weapons, blunt weapons, strike weapons. It's no good going against a golem with a sword. You bring a sledgehammer, right? I just fixed a typo in my notes. You can't see them, but there's a typo, so I fixed it. She is also using ware pronouns. Huh. Ware is like classic pronoun. It's not quite oneself in English, but it's like it's up there. Generally speaking, you're not gonna find like you there, boy in the street, and they're not gonna use ware as a pronoun. Sloth, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Just get cutesy with the kaga and do the question internet. Are you suggesting I use Australian questioning intonation? Where I go up at the end of every sentence? Turu! Alright, so here Grota is bringing us up to speed on the plot. What is happening now was always going to happen, but hopefully many, many years down the line. Sadly, it has to be rushed through now. Mabu and Levant are getting married right now. He makes a point of saying that we need to look after Mabu. Most of the villages are gone, and most of the ones that remain don't trust us. This is going to be incredibly difficult for both of us. Mostly for her. The royal we is used by her dragon familiar, and we started talking with the first few times. But neither you nor the DM elaborated. The party kept asking who we is. Yeah, fair. Hey, guess what? When we were in Japan, and Dad mispronounced the word Suma as Uma, and the lady in the shop was like, oh! That's a joke for Harte. That's not even a joke. That happened. He bought this lovely pen in like a teak gift box, and the lady wrapped it so elegantly, like origami styles, and he was going to say it's a present for his wife, and he mispronounced the word Suma as Uma, which is horse. Your boy did his best. Like, genuinely, he came away from this trip knowing 4 words, which is more than he knew going into it. And I'm happy with it. Didn't quite get Kochiso-sama deshita, but he just turned to me and told me to say it. So there you go. Broadly speaking, these wedding vows are praying to the god of the forest for protection. Oh, incidentally, this one right here, this is Mori. Tree, Mori. This is forest. You're going to be seeing that one a lot. In Japan, there's a particular series called Dobutsu no Mori, Animal Forest. Guess what that's called in American? No war at the end there. That is okay. It's Animal Crossing. Quaha, a very rarely used bingo call is Sherwood Forest 33, because it's all the trees. Again, not even joke. That's a real one. And it's Animal Crossing, as in the direct translation of it. Yeah, Dobutsu no Mori, Animal Forest. It's called Animal Crossing, as in deer crossing, cow crossing, that sort of thing. So it's like How is Mori spelled then, as in Kogoro Mori? Garai is, sort of reiterating what Grotto was saying, how we need to look after Mabu, because what she's about to go through is going to suck. Honestly, Heartache, if you're familiar, you just say it. Just rock up the work like konnichiwa, bitches, and they'll probably get it right. I am so sorry with that pronunciation. Well, so there's the thing, Quaka. It depends on the context. So in this instance, Mori is spelled with the tree 3 times, because that's what that kanji is. In terms of Memento Mori, it would probably be spelled with katakana. This is the Hunter's Earring, a gift from Garai, which allows us to escape from any battle, even when we are defeated. And it also lets us perform a hilarious glitch, which is essential for speedrun in this game. That one's Mori. But in terms of Memento Mori, yeah, Mori would be used contextually in another way. Anyways, Jade Cocoon intro scene, take 2. Yeah, Rocky Horror joke. I did it last time. I'm gonna do it this time. Cast streams Jade Cocoon, take 3. Kinda. So katakana is used for loan words. So yeah, katakana tries. So for example, pan comes to mind. The word for bread is pain from French. And it's 2. It's pa, pan. And top left, instead of, do you know what, Quaka? We can do a quick little lesson, because there's 2 on the screen. So in this case, the game is using katakana for names. This is ma, extend the vowel, bu. Mabu. That's her. This one is ka. This one, the little dakten, softens the sound, so that makes it ga, ra, I, garai. Also, yeah, it's used for onomatopoeia. Doki Doki is probably the one that a lot of people are most familiar with. Go 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 go. If you are familiar with JoJo. Is that a goddamn JoJo reference on my CPC game stream? Yes, it is. So, pause. Let's run it back a little bit. It has been explained to us, Levant, why it is that people don't trust the Nagi. They call the people of the village. The people of the village call the monsters in the forest demons. Nagi women, like Mabu, can talk to them and allow us to bring those demons just into the village directly and work alongside them. And the Nagi women can cast magic like the demons can, and there's just clearly some connection there. Mabu wonders why it is that only Nagi women can do the purification magic. And the answer is found in the law. Might get to that when we get to it. Louis wants to know what the hell we're doing playing our flute again. Are we trying to bring the monsters back? Anyways, we work tomorrow, so we should go to bed. And, I mean, fair enough, right? Because we're on top of his house, so maybe we should go to bed. Tempest, good night. Also, Quagga, here's an interesting one. So, this one is hiragana. This one is ko. This one is also ko. But because it is used in context, it changes to this katakana, or not katakana, kanji over here. Hiragana become on its own, because he's stuttering, becomes kodomo. Kodomo janai. I'm not a kid. Anyways, the monsters are scary, but not as scary as your wife! Anyways, tomorrow's the big day. She very playfully called us like, oh, Mr. Cocoon Master. It's one of the tripping points with kanji is that it's not necessarily this specific character means this specific thing. And it certainly doesn't check to what the pronunciation actually is. So like, chikatetsu is a subway train. The kanji that creates it does not individually spell chikatetsu. Deal with it. It's like underneath steel car or something. I forget specifically how it is, but I'm pretty sure that's how chikatetsu is spelled. But like, get out of here! This nightmare is Levant playing out the events of the day. The Dream Man says that we dress like an adult, but we are a coward, just like our father. What are you doing here, Patalchu? That monster is different. In the English version, we fight Pataimel, the giant wasp thing. And honestly, that's a good change. I would sooner fight this thing than that thing as a good, like, this is an good introductory monster. Underground Iron. Thank you very much, Heartache. I was half there. Quokka. The only Russian I know is Naski Tufli, shoes and socks, and Bieli Morozhnia, which is white ice cream. What else do I need? We looked after some Belarusian kids, and they were like, they taught us, they gave us a little phrase book, but we couldn't read it, so we just asked the kids, like, what's this? He's impressed that we can beat a minion with our bare hands. But that's not what we're here for. How about one of these? Puritsa. Puritsa is another word that I know. That one's chicken. Because me and the boys, we would play Streets of Rage 2. Because, like, what do you need to play Streets of Rage 2? This is move, that is punch. Go! Right? But you need to be able to point at stuff and identify, like, the health items and the weapons and stuff. And the only one I remember is Puritsa, because the Igor would always get really annoyed and says, Moi Puritsa. And I'm a teenager and not sharing. So, like... Ugh. Turns out, we're kind of useless. Gender Neutral Ice Cream is the name of my favorite Vaporwave album. Let's go with that. That's different between versions, by the way. The loading screen. In English, you get a little firefly in a cocoon. In Japan, you get, like, the game's logo, I guess, and it sort of flickers red. Oh my god, right? Japanese is genderless and also doesn't care for plurals, except for when it cares for plurals. Oh, you made it, did ya? So it's not like one katana, two katanas, katana and katana, plural. But when it's people, oh yeah, just throw a tachi on there. Watashi tachi? Hell yeah. Anata tachi? There you go. See, that's all you need. So, Garai is telling us what we need to do next. We need to go into the forest to find the calabash herb. There are 4 forests, and we can only enter 1 right now. And only then if we can find the key. Louis has the key. Go to the watchtower. He'll give it to you. The rest of this is like basic tutorial stuff. Go here for items, go there for weapons. It's one of those things about, like, I don't need to be told to go to the item shop and buy potions to restore my health, but, like, maybe this is somebody's first RPG, you know? At some point, you have to be told, go and get the thing and do the thing. And this is why,
怪我はよもぎ強弱でしか治せんからの。
homotachi? That's just how you refer to your gay friends? Come on!
それから
Oh, there's lots of bi things I am, but lingual ain't one of them. Wrestling's great.
腹眉は今渡した分がなくなった。
What am I doing? Yeah, so
頼むのじゃ。
if you've ever played UFO 50,
そうじゃ。
you will be familiar with a game called Mooncat. Or as it is known in the community, oh god, Mooncat! Where that game is incredibly difficult to control to begin with. There is a very rigid and very structured set of controls in that game. It is designed to emulate the first time you first picked up a video game. Right, because like at some point you picked up Super Mario Brothers for the first time and you didn't know what to do and you had to bumble around and figure it out. And that's how Mooncat goes. And when you get used to it, yeah, actually, I've got Cherry Score on Mooncat. Somehow. That's the first one that I did.
私が生まれた時にナギの族長様から授かった大切な指輪なの。
Mabu wants us to have a ring of hers. It was given to her when she was born, and she wants us to keep it with us, just in case it comes in handy later. Somewhere about halfway through the third forest.
この指輪してるとなんだか心が休まるの。
She feels safe when she has it. She wants us to have it.
だからきっとあなたのことを守ってくれるよ。じゃあ気をつけてね。あのね、なんでもない。一緒に頑張ろうね。
Ganbarimasu. Yeah, we can do it. Alright, we need to go to this one? Nope. That is the Chief's Tower. We need to go to this one. This one's the Watchtower. Well, that's the thing where Metroidvania games in general don't tell you where to go. You start off being able to run and jump and that's about it. And then you get the first power-up. Well, where can the first power-up take me? Over here to get the second power-up. Where can that take me to get the third, fourth, fifth? And you open up more alleyways and routes to get where you want to go. Louis doesn't get why it has to be us who gets to go save the day. And what the hell? A flute? What kind of stupid weapon is a flute? He is going to save the day. Thank you very much. You don't need... Tunic just straight up goddamn lies to you, and I hate it. Anyway, Kelmario disagrees. Oh, go to the Northern Fortress. So I go to the fortress in the north, and the game's like, duh, no. Go. You'll figure it out. Oh, south, you say? The literal opposite direction of what you told me to do. Sorry, Tunic, I've been quite the fool. Let me find an invisible one-tile pathway behind destructible scenery. I didn't like it. I felt really bad that I didn't like it because I've heard a lot of people be like, God damn! Tunic is such a masterpiece of each game. Neve suggested that I play it. I have a great deal of love and respect for Neve, and I know she would not send me like, hey Kaz, have you heard of this game? It's called Kusoge. You should play it, and like expect me to fall for it. But like, oh come on. Hey, stupid! You don't know where the forest is, so I'm gonna show you where the gate is, but I'm only gonna do it one time. Follow me and don't get lost. That's a really cute name for a ladybird. Tamamushi? Anyways, he has given us the key to the ladybird forest. He tells us to use the ladybird key on the ladybird door. Obviously. And that one's not me. In the English version, that's essentially his lines. Use the ladybird key on the ladybird door! Duh! You know what? We actually made it here in about the same time as we did in the English version. Despite running slightly faster, that's really good, actually. And through the other door, it's Iwata coming direct to you. This is Chorus. He's the blue Cocoon Master. He says that poachers come this way disguised as Cocoon Masters all the time. So we need to prove to him that we're not a poacher. Alright? So play that flute. Slowly. Quara, I can barely read kanji. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I recognize te in there. That's about it. Chorus recognizes the tune that we have just played. He recognizes it as our father's tune, but admits that we are playing it really badly. So he's going to teach us how to do our job, because our father would never forgive him if he just let us wander into the forest to die. Also, I mentioned last time, this is probably my first introduction to the idea of fade out, fade in to indicate the passage of time by elaborating the plot. I don't think I'd seen that before I'd played this game. Yeah, so that one's written in katakana. A lot of titles of things are written in, I mean, increasingly in English lately, but generally it's done in kanji. Huh, he's speaking to us very formally. Alright, this is Tutorial Man. What we need to do is this one. This is how we capture things. This is a missable minion. There's actually two missable minions, and you can only have one of them. technically 5, and you can only have one of them.
では始めるぞ。
So typically... Oh, it's yellow! Typically what Chorus will do is he will give us Arpatron, which is this little blue water elemental dragon. If you have a pocket station in memory card slot 1 or 2, you don't get Arpatron, you get Vitolka, which is this cool jackal-looking thing. And the only way to get it is to have a pocket station. You're gonna want Vitolka if you can. It's way better. It's also attacking me. Hello? They changed that in the English version. The tutorial monster just sort of stands there and lets you do that. And... alright then.
まあこんな感じだ。封印の成功率は笛の上達によって変わってくる。
I mean, I'll appreciate that it's something that's not... Like, looking at a writing system, you can understand that these are all the same types of character. And technically, yeah, right? But, like, this one is hiragana. And you can kind of tell, because they tend to have a lot more curves in it. This one is katakana, and you can tell because it tends to be a lot more rigid. Perhaps not the best example, because this is ko. This is also ko. And then these are kanji, and you can tell because there's a lot of them. All the little strokes. Flat. You know what? Flat's a good way of describing it, Harte. Katakana is flat. I always thought of it as angular. But, yeah, I get you. I get you. And that's how you tell the difference. Korean Hangul has lots of circles and straight lines. And then, you've got Chinese, which is just goddamn terrifying. And that's how to tell the three writing styles apart. Katakana-chan is flat. Katakana is very well-rounded, thank you very much. Not as much as hiragana, which has, and then you've got to deal with like hentai-gana. Get out of here with that. I only know one, because it's on my channel profile. Hentai-gana is essentially deprecated characters or old spellings of currently existing characters. It's like, what would be a good English example? The Thorn in English. We don't use the Thorn anymore, or that big fancy curly F. There is a glitch here. There's two glitches here, actually. The first one is if you say that you want to learn about healing and keep ignoring his instructions, he will go, "No, idiot. Here's a healing herb. Let's start the tutorial again. Here's a healing herb. Let's start the tutorial again." And if you keep doing that, you just fill up your inventory with healing items for free. The other one, I don't believe you can do in Japanese, and I'm not gonna try it. Basically, if you save and load right now, Chorus leaves, but his interaction pad is still there. So you can do the capture tutorial again, and you can get another monster, and you just... smash them all together. Oh, really? It remembers the position? That's interesting. No. Quagga, the fancy F and the thorn. They're two separate characters. Like, English doesn't use those anymore. The thorn looks like that. That's what the thorn looks like. Hey, if you want, you should listen to Garai's stories, but also be careful, they're kind of long and boring. That's interesting as well. So in the dub, when she does that, they put a slight reverb on her voice. And they indicate that she's doing magic. Because it goes all echoey! What's my equip button? There you go, that's my equip button. It's the third one. So in English, thorn is deprecated, and it seems I think thorn is the sound, like the and there. Smooth. That's what the thorn is. And enjoy those mouth sounds, everybody. Which one's the shop? It's you? I don't need no shop. Yeah, you're a shop. Oi, come here. Hello. Alright, fine. We've got a lot of lines to voice, and that's not going to be any of them. Alright, so this is it's translated as mugwort. This is Shablicker, which helps our minions regain health. And then that one recovers something. I want to say poison. I'll remember. I never use them. I just wanted to show it off. Alright, bye everyone. Alright, now we can actually start the game part of this game. Are you ready? Let's go. Yeah, alright, chorus is gone. I know the one you mean, Quagga, but that's always bizarre to me because I always strike my zeros anyway, just because it's easier to read. This thing... So, in the English version, the first monster you find in the forest is always Pataimel, which is a big... well, it's a wasp. This sort of size wasp. I think that's a lot cooler. Yeah, I do strike my zero diagonally. Oh, no, I know the one that you mean. Yeah, it's through the center of the zero itself. I getcha. I getcha. Now, you might be wondering, Cass, you friggin' genius, why aren't you summoning that monster that you just now caught? I'll tell you for why. Because it would be weak against this monster. So, You see over here, this one, Aki, fire. Nope, Aki is not fire, is it? God, I forget. Anyway, this is fire. And then you have Kaze for the wind. This one is earth. I forget earth as well. And then Mizu, which is water. The way to remember what's what is that each element is weak against the thing that goes counterclockwise and is strong against the one that is clockwise. So fire, clockwise to air, it's strong. If this was an earth type, you're laughing. Bring him out, you win. But in this case, we don't. So what I'm going to do is not do that. I'm going to capture this thing. Also, now as I'm thinking on it, I may have mentioned that the pocket station thing was an undocumented feature in one of my previous videos. I don't remember. If I did, I'm wrong. It is in the Japanese PlayStation manual, not the English one. Get the hell out of here! Breaking out of a Pokeball? How dare you? Should have attacked it. It's defending, which I don't believe makes it less susceptible to being caught. But it reduces damage by quite a lot, so I probably could have just made that strike and caught it. Hey, there we go. He's had to throw that Pokeball twice. You know how it goes. Alright, come here, you. Something I like about this game, it takes place in a consistent environment. Like, look, that guy's on the next screen, but because we're in the same room, we can see it, and we can fight it in this room. It's just that we can't, I forget where that sentence was going. We're doing great, don't even worry about it. This monster is called Pattlechew, and that... It always struck me as being kind of funny, because this game came out in 1998, which is a little after Pokemon Red and Green in Japan, but... Are you kidding me? The first monster we fight is called Pattlechew. Fine. Yeah, you better defend. Let's go. I'm gonna capture this one. Are you gonna struggle again? Are you? Don't. Yeah, there you go. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Right? Ardek's always saying that. Good rap lyric. So, rather than just having infinite catches, we've got... Nope, that's not what that says. So we have 9 empty cocoons that we can use. We have 2 monsters in cocoons, and we have caught a total of 2 monsters. In this case, Vatolka and Patalchu. A tablet of knowledge. I don't need that. It's tutorial stuff. I know what tutorial stuff is. I know what I'm doing. This doesn't work right now. That's a secret tool that we will use later. And speaking of... Yeah, hit exit. Oh, what are you doing here? Yeah, Pataimel. Also, I've just had a terrifying thought, and that is that this game is Japanese, isn't it? Say ain't so. Look at this writing. What do you mean it's Japanese? That means it's going to be quite difficult compared to the Western version. That's generally how it goes, right? They tone it down for us big gorilla hand Westerners, and then re-release it, either in Japan as easy type or in America as hard type. I should be fine. I'll be fine. The only thing I would really need to be aware of is when I save and load, because the way that this game saves and loads is weird. Do I do something with you? Hey! Nah, I thought I would. Okay, cool. I hate these little hoppy guys because they're always really hard to get. Come here! Yeah! What's this? Yeah, I can see how it would translate as that. That Muka Hanbu. In English, this thing is localized as Mukambu, which always, perhaps inappropriately, always struck me as being like of African pronunciation. Sorry, everyone. It just sort of did. Oh, you jerk! So, in addition to having different... That's never gonna work. In addition to having different elemental properties, advantages, disadvantages, there are, broadly speaking, variations in what the elements do. So fire types have a higher strength stat. They're really, really tough. Water types are the only ones that can heal. Air types are really, really quick. And earth types are tanks. They are absolute tanks. And generally speaking, get you a turf raid. Put that guy as the anchor for your team, and just away you go. Insomnia Aaron, welcome on in. Hope we're doing good. Happy affiliate-versary. To me, I forgot. Rixtrus points out that I always forget. Hey, guess what? I forgot. There you go. So this, I kind of like. This treasure chest, locked. Why would there just be an open treasure chest? That's silly. Water elemental minions also tend to have like way higher magic stats. And you can use that to your advantage, depends what your loadout's going to be. I tend not to cross-pollinate elements. What do I mean by that? I'll show you after this next fight when I go home and speak to Mabu. Maybe the one after that, because I think I know what's coming up next. Is that in this forest? Am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking of something else. I'll go home after this fight. Yeah, I got caught on the edge, nerd. This track is called Drill, by the way. Pretty good piece of fight music. I really, really like it. That's halfway between two funny numbers, Levant, and you could have given me either one of them, but you didn't. And, I don't really know how to feel about that. Incidentally, as well, inspired by this game, I looked up the manual for Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, but the Japanese one. I have that too. That also mentions the Pocket Station content, which isn't found anywhere in the English version. And I'm wondering if it was localized, because from the look of it, Jeff sells you a Pocket Station item. Leaving. Jeff can sell you a Pocket Station item, and you use it to... Do I still have the thing? I do. That makes me stronger but slower. Alright. So you see how Levant's animation there? He scoots his foot forward. The way that you glitch out this game is you stand right on the very edge of a room transition, and then you use the Hunter's Earring. His foot shuffles forward onto the teleport pad, which overwrites where he is supposed to be going, having used the teleportation item. And because the rooms in this game aren't, like, numbered consistently, what happens is, you could just leap around all of the maps in this game if you know how to do it. It's ridiculous. Hot take, I'm very let down with my Japanese abilities. I know, here's me talking through it. But I still feel like, man, I wish I was fluent. I would like to speak another language. Rickstress has offered to teach me a bit of German, for example. And then, like, the two of us learn German together. And then we can go, hey, Quacha, wie geht's? And I just speak German. But, you know. Alright, 24, 24, 18, 18, 19. 25, 25, 18, 18, 18. 25, 24, 18, 18, 19. So this, right here, this is where this game shines. And I'm pretty sure that this is why the game has never been localized or ported to anything. It has localized. It's called Jade Cocoon, Story of the Jade Cocoon. What I mean is, it's not been re-released on anything. Because I reckon this is using a whole lot of PS1 hardware weirdness. So, what you can do is you can take two minions and mash them together. So use this one as the base, and then this one as the start. You can see, well, what does that look like? Can I look at what that looks like? Yes, I can. It's just that button. So, we've got the body of the little gremlin-looking dude, but the skin of the bee. And he also has a few bee attributes. Like, you can see that his horns have shrunk, but he has a big mandible and wings. And his tail has become a little stinger. And then if we do it the other way around, wasp shape, but with the demon, so his compound eyes have just become massive eyes. His little, what are they called? The proboscis. They've just become fangs now. I think that's so cool! Thank you, Quaka. I appreciate you. Same deal with Rixus as well. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, Japanese game. That's the exit button, isn't it? There you go. It's also a very, very easy way of getting levels on your dudes. So in this case, we caught 3 Mukambus, so I can just smash them all together to get one kind of tough one. Yeah! And then we do that again. 17, 15, 25, 29, 22. Let's go that way. It's slightly faster. Mukambu, yes. Good. Go. There's going to be a lot of skipping through that. That is bearer seek lest of this game. Alright? Sorry. Mabu is incredibly important, but also I don't have to keep it rolling. M! Hello, hello! Welcome on in. If you're not following M, you should. They are the coolest, fuffiest cat. And they do a lot of horror games, a lot of Dead by Daylight, and being a fluffy little cat. I particularly like their little representation. It is essentially what I would do if I was a penguin. Just like if I was a VTuber, just a penguin, but the whole thing is classified as boob. So anytime I talk, I am just like jelly on a spring. Anyway, what else can you do? So, if you mash together this one, which is water type, and then this one, which is fire type. I'm not going to do this. But you see, it's purple now, because it's mixing red and blue. It's also got a pretty hefty underbite. Look at that. Why would you do this? Well, by doing this, it's got a healing spell and a fire attack. Pretty dang useful. But I'm not gonna do that. It's way more useful to have... I don't want to say pure, because that's like... but like... unfettered elemental abilities like that, yeah, it's just cooler. Is that the one I want? I think that's the one I want. Let's find out! It's not the one that I want. That's rename. think that one. Yes, it is. Alright, so what this is, we are taking the cocoons that we have found and spinning them into silk. And what that is, that's how we generate passive income. Well, not passive income. We actively have to go do it. But we now have a bundle of silk that we can now go and sell at the shop. And that's just money. Also, yeah, M has that cool... Look at it. Look at that little glow stick cat rave thing. That's amazing. There you go. So it's low quality silk because it was a low level minion. You can get up to like a couple thousand, I think. Yes. Yeah, let's do it that way. Wait, is that a bug? Hang on. Hey! Come here, you. That's a bug! You see the top left of a character portrait? It's just completely bled out of the text box and you can see the cutoff. That's not supposed to be there. She's supposed to be all, like, snuggled into the box. Oh, 0 out of 10 game. Unshippable. Absolutely unplayable. Get that mess out of here. Where's the other one I want to go to? I actively don't remember what the other one is that I want to go to. I believe you? Yes! Guess what? I recognized steel. This is a blacksmith.
Mario ならいねえぞ。まったくどこほっつき歩いてんだか。強い武器が欲しいんならまたにしてくんな。
It's one of those things, like, I could understand if it was like one character portrait halfway through the ending cutscene or what have you. That's the shop. And I'm pretty sure that Mabu's doing it on the purification screen as well. Like, you're going to look at that screen a lot. This character's called Ada, which is like my friend Ada, but in Japanese. Anyway, she's all like, hey, this guy's the best metal worker in the world. But, hey, his tongue is not as skilled as his hammer. What an idiot. Him and his dumbass son. Anyway, hi, you wanna sell me a weapon? I probably can't afford anything. Yeah. I mean, that's even slower. I'll wait for now. So there are 3 kinds of equipment in this game. Weapons, armor, and accessories. The accessories are all headbands. Something that is cool that this game does is, certain things change your appearance. I love when RPGs do that. Like, if I put on, I think it's called the survival jacket, then we wear, like, green camo instead of a white vest. If we have... I forget what it's called. I want to say Ninja Gear. You basically get Bruce Lee in Game of Death. And, like... Hell yeah. I love when games do that. Okay, now we are better equipped to go through the forest. It's still going to be a bit of a challenge to get where we want to get to. But we have more. We should be okay. Am I going to regret that? Entirely possible. Get him, Mukambu! Right, so that one is... This is the different parts of a minion. So you have an attack for things like head, claws, feet, body. I think the last one is wings. That's magic. That's healing. You don't want to do that. What we can do, though, is water attack. Now, you see how much more damage that did compared to Levant just swinging a knife at it? But it took some of our mana. We've only got one more of those. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, water types aren't very strong. That is literally what I was saying to you. I don't know why the death rattle for the minions is... Excuse you? Pardon me just a second. What did I just get? No. Alright then, that's Shablicker. That's the lowest level. I saw the character for 3, and I'm like, surely you've not just given me some level 3 healing items. Some, like the first random monster that I find. Get out of here. Right. We continue on. This is something I always thought was super duper cool. There are multiple paths through the forest. And look at that, you just find stuff lying around. Oh, yeah, there you go, Shablicker. That's just the character for number 3. Among others. And then see, look, this is where the path meets up. Let's go! Oh yeah, so because we leveled up, we got a little bit of our mana back. That's kind of cool. I believe it... Oh, is it the sequel? Let's find out. Doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, it is! Alright then, so defending recharges a little bit of mana. You see there, we went from 20 to 23. That's a very weird looking 3. It's very hard for me to read it. But it sure is. And thinking on, using kanji to indicate the elements, that's a really clever way of doing it. In English, it's the first letter of what it is. So that would just say F. It's like from the left here, it would be a yellow W, red F, and then a blue W. But that's like, yeah. Here's Kaji, here's Mizu. Nice. Let me just... That'll probably be fine. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can get some more levels on my dude. I have no idea the pace I'm going to get through this game, particularly because there's one point where an enemy randomly drops something. Did you just hear those air quotes? I really hope you heard those air quotes. I want it. I want that random drop. It's the coolest random drop. I know of two. I know two enemies that randomly drop something. One of them's a bit racist. We'll get to that when we get to it. Japan doesn't think it's that big of a deal, but it is. Knowledge number 2. I don't need that. Which way, Western man? Do I want another one of these? Nah. Something else I will show, but not now, because I need to just rest a little bit. Because I need to do another head attack. On the left-hand side, it is what you are doing, and on the right-hand side, it's a modifier. So, which body part are we attacking with? The head. What is it? It's a water attack. What is it? Nothing. So you might see plus accuracy, plus all, plus critical. And this is why you're going to want Vitolka over Arpatron, because Vitolka has, I think it has a plus accuracy modifier, and it has a plus everyone modifier. And you don't find that until third of the way through the game. You want that. Alright? You want it, you find it, you get it.
Oi, Kozo! Mote! 近頃この辺りを眉使いを装って密漁をする者がいると聞く。
This mysterious stranger has heard that there are people pretending to be cocoon masters in this forest. So he is here to see if we are the real deal. This is where my game broke last time. Everybody put your hands up to the stream to lend me your power. Oh, damn, this better work. So, one of the things I think this game does well in the dub is this guy's dialogue. Whoever this mysterious individual is, he shows up and he's like, "Hey, you,
Hey, you! I'm the big hunter man, and you're trespassing in my forest."
And it's, for whatever reason, they just got Louis' voice actor to put on a deep voice. They could have just got someone else. It's clearly an original character. Oh, really? Oh no, there you go. That's gonna be hit all, but I can't do it. But I think that's really good because it just exudes the aura of someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing right now. Which, yeah, kinda giving me a run for my money. Oh, yeah, that's right. He also has the level 1 and 2 single target air spells, hit all air spell, and this one changes the elemental properties to favor air spells. How's this gonna go? Let's find out! Good. Good.
やるじゃねえか。今日のところはこれくらいで勘弁してやろう。
Today's your lucky day, kid. I'm gonna let you go. Chorus lives over there.
さっさと行かねえと今度は手加
We
減
shall meet again. Spoilers, you don't. Whoever that guy is, you never see him again. Weird, they went through all this trouble to design a new character and you don't even get to talk to him ever again. Hang on, do I have... No. I thought this was one of those games that, like, cheekily started you off with with extra equipment, but it didn't tell you that. It doesn't do such a thing. Oh. Oh, really? Okay. So I guess they're dinking around with minion placement in this game versus the English version. So in English, this character, well, in Japanese, this character is called Madreg. In English, you don't fight the air version here. You fight the earth version. It's called I think it's the one that's called Turf Raid. And absolutely yes, get one, put it in your team. It's genuinely the best tank you're ever gonna have. I want this. I want to put this in my team. I'm going to put this in my team. Alright? I'm probably... I'm not putting that in my team. I'm probably... Yeah! I'm probably going to have to merge it with Vitolka. But that's fine too, because Vitolka is great anyway, and if I can upgrade it... Oh, yeah, so that's the Ladybird Pendant, which I believe... Now, in the English version... Yeah! Because we have the Ladybird Pendant, we can use the teleporters. Was that the stock anime shing noise? Oh, I sure hope it was. I love that sound. You know the one. They use it for the teleporters in S-Star, Final Fantasy VIII. I very much want to go to where Chorus is hanging out. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to step back a little bit. Not so much that I can grind. Oh yeah, that's healing. Not so much that I can grind. You jerk. But because there's an alternate route, and there is... Excuse you! There's some genuinely beautiful scenery that I would like to show off, and, yeah. This is gonna be painful, isn't it? There you go. Do I want to catch you? No, I don't want to catch you. I want a level, please and thank you. I feel I would have been justified in taking that little jerk and turning it into silk. You know, turn you into a fancy shirt. But no. Alright, let's... Oh, that's cool. It remembers that I beat the one on the right this time. Cool. Excuse me, just passing through. Don't think so, mate. You're gonna pay. You've got to fight the troll toll. I'm going to attack, because check it out. We found this spear. So our fighting stance and fighting style has changed. We're not doing flips anymore. Which is... bit of a letdown, honestly. If I could do flips, I would. Tiny Child does. You try stopping that girl. No, seriously, try stopping her. I have to try stopping her. You are on concrete. Stop tumbling. That's fine. I can do it. Whee! That's what she does. Amazing, amazing. Stay like that. Stay like that. Yes! Yes? Let's try and capture it. I can probably get one more hit in. It would reduce it to 3 hit points. But, nah, I'm good. And speaking of Tiny Child, right, kid, this is when I say you need to do your maths homework. This is why you need to do your maths homework. Because otherwise, right, the Pokemon break out of the Pokeballs. Because I'm trying to figure out how many attacks I can get in and whether I'll knock it out or not. More like, Mama said knock you out. Hell yeah. I need to introduce that kid to rap at some point. She's halfway there, right? Because there's one of the guys in BTS who does what is essentially the rap music I am led to believe. We need to get her into some English. She knows Sound of the Police. friend of the family has taught her what the sound of the police is. She just doesn't know that it's part of a song. Just that's what you have to do. Kazumi, thank you very much for the Philly anniversary celebrations. This is what I do normal times. It's the video games. Do you know what? RM, Rap Monster, that would make a lot of sense. Rixtress, I like your style. You have good taste in men and clothing and music. I sent Mum this absolutely beautiful performance of individuals from K-pop bands, boy bands specifically, performing with Yoshiki, and they were doing Endless Rain. Beautiful song. Goddamn love Endless Rain. And I sent it over to Mum, and I'm like, do you recognize any of these boy bands? Do you like these boy bands? And she's like, nah, I don't know any of them. Alright song though. Like, what do you mean it's an alright song? It's beautiful! The last mix on Forever Love? And you know the lore? I cry. I cry a single tear every time. Not every time. But it's a very sad story, and I really appreciate what the band did with the last mix of Forever Love. It's pretty cool. Oh, it is this area! Oh, hell yeah! Alright, this little boy, this guy's called Squoot. I put him in a story I wrote. But he's not called Squoot? That's Mooshab. Which one's Squoot? There's one of these snake-looking things is called Squoot. And when I did creative writing for my high school English, I straight up stole Squoot and put him in the story. Because he's cool. Look at these little snake lads. Look at him! Look at that little shimmy that it does when it's ready to attack. Like, yeah! I was really, really proud of that creative writing thing, by the way. That was, So for the most part, what I did for my English assignments was what is colloquially known as subtle. Like, what is the absolute barest minimum that I can get away with doing for a passing grade? Here it is. And, there it was. But creative writing, when the prompt was just right, I turned in like a little novella. I discussed it on stream, actually. There was, it was about, brief aside, when they localized it, they changed this. So this is Levant that I'm about to switch in. The way that they did it in English is they put little blocks next to the character name, so you knew that this one is the human. That's kind of useful. Am I gonna be safe? I think I'm gonna be safe. I should be safe. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, creative writing. This little novella, it bounced between the perspectives of 4 separate characters who were all preparing for some incoming turmoil in some way. It never arrived. It probably would have done if I had written the whole story, but I didn't. And Squoot was just there hanging out with one of the dudes who... Yeah, that one. He was like hanging out with a wizard who was preparing to save himself, I believe. I don't remember. It's been a while. And it was one of those instances where the teacher queried, hey, why don't you do this for, like, all of your assignments? Because this is an A-star. This is the easiest grade I've ever had to give you because there's a lot of it and it's incredibly well written and diverse. And where is more of this? Why aren't you doing this? To which the answer is, I don't care. Sorry. This area right here, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at this disregarded fountain. It's so nice. Yeah, I'll be fine. Let's go, Snick. Now, we're going to use these snakes as the basis for our next minion. Because if I survive this one, I don't think I'm going to survive this round. No, I'm not. Because that's going to put me down to 5 hit points. Ah, damn it. Let's keep myself alive. Hey, guess what? Water Minion is eating well today. Get your EXP boost, kid. Let's go. And if I need to, I can always switch over to the fire one. I need to come up with some proper names for these guys. In my Let's Play, I named them after subscribers who said, can you name a thing after me? And I did. There was Crowley9 and Trish. There was Nobody, Tales of Nobody. I forget who the 4th one was. Bod. It was Lynod. That's who it was. Little Bodkin. Poison works in much the way that you think it would do in an RPG. It lowers our physical attack, and we take slip damage. So every turn, we're just gonna take an extra hit. Sure thing, Quokka. But legit though, we should name these minions. I'll do that when I go back to Mabu. Attack, poison, capture. I should be fine. Nope. Alright, cool. Capture. Let's go. It's a 1 hit point. I can't see it breaking out. Yes, I said that specifically so that now it's going to break out. It's statements made moment before defeat. Good. A little bit worried. It's good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't worried. Huh. That inflicts poison. That's an item that Levon can use. Damn it! Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Now, what does that do in this game? I'm pretty sure that just drains my experience? I forgot you got thrown out. Okay, cool. It just drains all of my experience. Thank God. I'm going home. I'm gonna talk to Mabu. And I'm going to merge my minions a little bit, yeah? Yeah. Hell yeah. You kind of forget after a while that this game is voiced, because it's just me talking over things for a while. Like, yeah, no, there you go. You know what I'm gonna do? There we go. You can stay there. Right. Yeah, Mabu's bleeding out the top of the screen again. Okay, so what we're going to do, at least to begin with, we're going to mash together all of our Mukambus. It is... One of the downsides of this game, I would say, is that... Mukambu. One of the downsides of this game is that monsters don't naturally learn stuff as they grow. They do grow as they level up. And I'm wondering if we can actually see some of that with Mukambu. But we will have to look at that. In fact, let's put these two together. 18, 16, 23, 18, 15, 30. Nope, it's going to be you two. Mukambu. Not really. So you can see how the cone on its head is slightly bigger. Its feet are slightly bigger. As this creature levels up, the horn will get longer, I believe. With the wasp monsters, the stinger gets bigger and the body gets longer. The wings become huge. It's really cool seeing the monsters grow like that. Don't ask what the racist one does. I'm legit conflicted as to what I want to do with that minion. I feel like I know what the right thing is to do. Well, you know. Alright, let's mash. Do you know why that one tripped me up? Heartache might be able to relate to this one. The katakana new, I very rarely see that. And I can't explain why. It's just new is very rarely anywhere. I don't know.
我らにその王
So the reason I want those snake guys, partially because they look really, really cool, but also they have a poison attack. And the way that this game works, if your minion can do something, they are immune to it. So what do we got? 27, 27, 19, 21, 19. That one is slightly lower stats-wise, but it is stronger physically, and that's what this thing is meant to be. And it's got these cool-ass shades! Hell yeah! Get merged, nerd. So, because this guy now knows a poison attack that it got from the snake, it cannot be poisoned. What you want is instant death immunity. Very, very rare to find that. Just like one monster that I really, really want. Like 2/3 of the way through the game. No, that's right. That's right. That one. Yeah, there we go. But Tolkien needs more levels. That will come later, when we find more things that it is strong against. And I actually use it. But, not right now. It cannot take you that long to access the memory cards, PS2. What are you doing? It can, and it does. So, there's a reason I went to the little fountain. Partially because I wanted to show off the little fountain. Yeah, come here, you. I'm gonna fight you. And partially because I wanted that key. So we can now go to the little alleyway that we found and open that treasure chest. Keys in this game are universal. They're like small keys in Zelda, where you can take, like, out of this dungeon and into the next one, and they open up a treasure chest. Can you do that? I think I did that in... I did that in WrestleQuest! That's what it was. I took a chokeslam token out of one dungeon and just skipped a huge chunk of the final dungeon, because I skipped part of Dungeon A. Oops. And I felt no shame, because that is a long game. And I was fed up with it by that point. Okay, what do we have? Ooh. Supplies for our journey, including an accessory. Makes us, what is that? Boosted defense, but slower speed. Realistically, I don't need to be that speedy. It doesn't really play into... It doesn't really play into the English version of the game all that much. Speed doesn't do much as a stat, it's just 1 turn, 2 turn, 1 turn, 2 turn. The only difference is the two enemies called Nevan and Yoalk, and they are quick. and their whole MO is to put you asleep, kick you back awake, repeat. Should've used magic. That's fine. Well, maybe 2 more of those and we can get another level. Something that this game does that I really, really do like is that initially the leveling up process is you capture 2, that's a level. Capture 4, then 8, that's a level and a level. And after a while, it strays away from that, and it just becomes, well, what did you get? Let's just add some part of this onto your overall total, and that's what it is. Is that going to count as a surprise attack? It's not going to count as a surprise attack. Let's go. All right. Let's get you that level I promised. Literally no reason to go left first. I just do because why not? And then right over there is just like, yeah, sure, I'll hang out. I don't count on. You know what I'm gonna do? Watch, I've got an idea. Right? We do that. And then we do that. I'm you, but cooler. Oh, what the hell? I thought I was immune to poison. Well, there you go. I can inflict poison and still be afflicted by it. How dare you? How dare you, game? I was counting on you. We were all counting on you! There are spells that can drive it out. Deva Multi? No. Deva Multi is... make everything wind. Add Salam? Or something along those lines. There is something that can drive out poison. I don't remember what that spell is. Empirical Woodland? My goodness, thank you. Fancy you being here. Empirical was all worried that he wouldn't be able to keep his streak going and I'd be sad. And I'm not sad because you're here. And I don't much bother for streaks anyway. Like, Sloth was sad when they got knocked down from 20-some, but, like, y'all got stuff to do, right? Alright then. That's more like it. Alright, now if I can get you into the red, I'm going to catch you, and I'm just going to mash you together with Patolka, and Patolka's going to look great and amazing, and that's steel plating. I did that. I remember specifically I did that with Lynod during my Let's Play on my stream. I did dragon, but dragon with badass steel wings. Like, this armor-plated one looks really, really good on most minions. Now, there are cosmetic skins, but that's like a post-game item. I will show you that when we get there. I will. Can I go catch the other one of those? Are you gonna spawn that guy in? I want to catch the other one. And I don't want to load, save and load, because of the way that the game stores the minion data. So, the way it goes is, I don't know why I'm facing the camera to tell you this. You see on the right there, I have one captured minion ready to go. The stat data for that minion is hard-coded to it. The ability data for that minion is stored in the RAM. So if I load the game without purifying it, I have a minion that can't do anything. And yeah, sure, that's useful if you want to, like, then get a Game Shark and cheat and just glue abilities onto your characters. I ain't doing that. I actually want that thing. Chorus mentions, clearly we are the son of the Lion of Parel, if we can make it down here. He's been researching Calabas, but it doesn't grow in this part of the forest. He says he has a lead. There is... excuse me. There is a folktale that talks about a special powder that can heal the sick and awaken the sleeping. Chorus thinks that this powder is refined Calabas. And apparently, the stories say that the herb, or the powder, can be found in the Dragonfly Forest, held by a half-bird, half-man creature named Kikinak. That's what the second row of red characters says. Kikinaku. He tells us we need to hurry home and speak to Garai about what to do next. Because in doing so, we will raise a whole bunch of event flags behind the scenes that will let us go and do the next thing in the story. Tonbo is a cute name for Dragonfly. Quaha, what is Dragonfly in German? And like any other languages, oh wait, no. I thought I knew, but I don't. I know butterfly in German. I know butterfly in German because Schmetterling is the least elegant word for what it is. I'm sorry. I didn't translate those. The last one is Jin. That's person. You can tell because it looks like the bottom half of a stick figure. Jin is one of the few ones that I can reliably write. And I'm like, yeah, look at me. I'm a grown-up.
その民話の鳥人とやら、わしも聞き覚えがある。
Garai is a little surprised that Chorus didn't know where to find the Calabash, but she does remember the story of the Birdman. There is a very similar story in Nagi legends as well. And she'd be more than happy to tell you. So, Elrim, the god of the forest, released his minions into the world and left them to do as they pleased. One minion created life in its own image. Elrim said, "This is the beast of knowledge, and thou shalt not associate with it." Time passed, the minions and their forms had children, they grew, they changed, and eventually, one of the minions fell in love with a human woman. Then Elrim banished this minion, the woman and their child. And Garai theorizes that the Birdman, Kikinak, is the child from this story. I'm giving you a Cliff Notes version. Mabu wanders. Garai's real chatty. I think they did a good job of voicing her, though. Like, I like this a lot more than her English. Again, Thing, but Japanese. That's the title of the next stream. I like a lot of the voice acting. I also like the character design. I said it last time, but I didn't say it in this stream, and that last stream doesn't exist. The character designer for this game was Katsuya Kondo, who worked Works, involved with Studio Ghibli, and notably did character design for Kiki's Delivery Service and a little bit of Princess Mononoke. And as you go through this game, hell yeah, there's a lot of Ghibli in this game. You can very obviously tell that these characters are Ghibli characters. I like them. Oh yeah, Torihito. They're just calling him Bird Person. So, fun thing. This one is Tori, this one is Bird, and this one is, this was written all over the test maps for Chrono Trigger, if you can ever find them, because Akira Toriyama worked as a character designer in that game. I know, everyone has the same face and Widow's Peaks. Wow! Anyways, go to the Dragonfly Forest and go find the Calabash powder from Kikinak. Watch out! Guy's a hornball. No, seriously. That's a warning.
Nanka, 聖魔術ってとても体力使うんだね。浄化した後ってすごく体がだるいの。我ら知恵ある獣が。
Another point where I think the voice acting is slightly better is she sounds sad and hesitant that she's doing this. And fair enough, again, apparently it is incredibly painful to do this. The words used later on in the English version are literally pure pain. So, like, yep. That's bad. That's good. Look at all those attacks. Yeah, there you go. Deva Multi. Add the wind elemental to the map. What do you look like? Are you cool? That's kind of cool. Do I want this cool little lion looking thing? Or what does it look like the other way around? Oh, I thought I did that. I remember what things are. All right. Or do I want this cool armored bug looking thing with big metal fangs? Look at the big metal fangs, but not too close because they are stretching that polygon and that little small texture real big. What can you do? No, I just did that button. Same deal. You still have all of the skills. So, right. 25, 24, 21, 20, 25. 27, 25, 16, 17, 24. Honestly, it's gonna be you. Do I want the cool lion looking thing? Does the cool lion looking thing want me? I am going to take the cool lion looking thing. Look at this big heckin' chonkosaurus. There is one Vatolka in this game, and it was that one, and I just merged it with something. Oh well. It's fine. I got half an hour. Okay, so we're not going to do any more plot for the rest of the stream. So hi, let's chat, everybody. Instead, I'm going to go back into Beetle Forest and see if I can grab some more minions, honestly. Partially because I want money and equipment. And to get my capture level up. And maybe some extra parts for my cool minions. You know what, Quagga? That would worry me too. And that's not a fun misread, like when I'm doing crosswords and I misread the word Naples as people with titles, yeah, I misread that one as well. I feel like if we can get one more level on Mukambu, then I will be able to do 4 attacks in a round. Although, thinking on, you're... Oh! I thought his experience had dropped to 0 because Levant got KO'd. Guess not. Good. Good. So in this instance, what does maturing a planet entail? Is that like spore, I guess, when you go from this version of life to that version of life? Or is it like just a level up in terms of storage and capacity? Wolf? Wolf matured. I'm sorry, I misread that as world. Like, your planet has become a bigger and better planet, right? My mistake. Sorry. Has everyone just left? Okay. Well. Pretty sure the English version asks you to confirm if you want to leave as well. It doesn't just do it. How about this? How about we step in here? Only because stepping in here will raise event flags of, hey, you've just been into this forest. We'll explore it next time. And we'll talk about it next time. Wolf becoming adult is... That's not happening. I've met Wolf. He's just as childish as the rest of us. How about we point and laugh at silly words and things? For example, this mushroom right here is quite an amusing shape. They're all over the place in this forest. You think I'd mention it more? Yeah, yes. Yeah, we'll make my guys stronger. There are some cool looking minions coming up in the Dragonfly Forest, and I know that I absolutely want one of them to serve as the basis for one of my guys. But that's going to be a case of finding it, catching it, and excuse me, and having a good use for it. We'll see what that looks like when we get there. I think I might be as strong as I'm going to get right here, you know. Oh, incidentally, the little loading box, it says Tamamayu. Jade Cocoon. But specifically Jade, like the color and the stone. That was a little awkward, Wasp Man. Let's try that again. So in the English version, this is the first creature you fight in the dream, and this is the first creature you see when you enter the forest. And I think it was a very, very bizarre choice to make. Because it's cool and all, but it's not, you know, the big dungeon keeper looking thing that, oh yeah, we're fighting monster men in this game, you know? It also means the way that they have moved around certain minion placements. Assuming this is an ongoing thing, because they've also done it with Turf Raid and Mardrag. In the English version of this game, you can get a really strong Earth minion, like right at the end of this forest. The little sleepy armored armadillos. Hell yeah. They are Earth type in the English version of the game. But here they are air type, so yeah, interesting. I'm gonna catch this one. I'm gonna sell those the last wasp one and then this one. We'll get some money for them. Assuming the minions keep assuming, what a cross pronunciation. Assuming these guys keep spawning and respawning, I'm going to do a little bit of grinding between now and next week. I'm gonna catch some of these guys, sell some bits, get more money. Not to the point that I buy all the cool and best equipment. Although I could. Because now that we've gone into the Dragonfly Forest, a whole bunch of new stuff is available at the blacksmith. We'll see what it looks like. Generally, you get better drops from the minions. Like the randomly drops sort. But again, randomly drops. I am certain that I have spent literal hours of my life trying to get Dragon Crest. What's it called? Dragon Crest? And it's a Dragon Force. That's the band. Dragon Crest. Which, like, one enemy at one point in the game drops. So you have to keep coming and going and coming and going and coming and going and coming and going until it drops it. And, like, it's a real good sword. But, like, oh my god, getting it. I don't want to deal with you. Although I may have to. Yeah, because these little yellow fellas aren't respawning. Wow, okay, they have changed the mechanics of that between the Japanese version and... This is the Japanese version. Between the Japanese version and the English one. Look at you little fellas hanging out together. Having the good time. Let's see what this does. This might be a stupid idea. But let's see what happens. Hit everyone! You see how much mana that took? That's a really good skill. It costs a lot to do that, and that's why. I can see you and I are going to be my very best friend. The fishmonger one I didn't get because That's the one, right? That's like you have to slap all of the fish in the cigarette packets. I never got it. I thought I'd completed everything, and then I left, and he just went, "Oh, where are you going to, Yardle Torag? I tell thee, I know the da." All the fish a requisite amount of times. You see, that's what did me in, because I take out the healer mob. You always take out the healer mob, Cass. How many times have you been playing Overwatch and gone, "These fools, these absolute rubes, they don't know to attack Mercy"? Evidently not. I liked a lot of the self-deprecating humor in Thank Goodness You're Here. The game didn't really hook me all that much. It is genuinely, it's really, really funny to watch other people play it, and to have played it myself and just be like, what? What? What do you... Ah! That's funny, especially non-English people who are like, is this real? Do you guys actually have protracted arguments about not putting your bin in my bin? Yes, we do! Of course that one's a crit. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I caught one. I've got a certain amount of money. I didn't get a promotion. I want a promotion. Where's my promotion? That's how I got promoted at work. I just go up to my boss and I go, "Oi! Is a promotion. Give!" And they eventually did. I'm lying. I had to do many, many years on this stupid course. And then the interview was like an hour and a half. Because I had to do a full store walk and come up with how I would change the store based on what it currently looks like. What would I do with it? And I'm a little annoyed that the person who got the same position shortly after me, her interview was... the position, you want it. That's it. Can I do that? I want that. Give me a position. I want it. I'm gonna catch this thing. I'm gonna catch this thing. I'm gonna merge it with the other one. And then I'm gonna have big metal doodad again. Because then I've got the metal skin for a little bit later on. Oh, hell yeah, Cass, you're a genius. You know, something I'm looking at in this game. This game looks really, really good. Promotions! This game looks really, really good for, like, a 1998 PS1 game. You can see a lot of dithering where the CRT would have... The old school TV screens would have blurred some of it. But, no, this still, it holds up, I think. It looks really, really good. Oh. I can catch another one. I'm going to catch another one. And then I'm going to go merge them together, and that'll be my stream. And I'm going, yeah, we'll come back next time. I mean, what I will say for Thank Goodness You're Here, some of the jokes were fantastic and they've stuck with me. I'm sorry, but you've been sold a watering can't. That's funny. The interrupted line of the gardener saying, well, no, Alf, once it's toast, you can't turn it back into bread. Like, that's funny. But then, like, the game, part of the game, you know? One of the best instances of Thank Goodness You're Here, Quaha. My friend Dia. She has not she's not been streamed for a while, unfortunately. She's alright, just didn't stream for a bit. And I forget what happened, but the line was, thank goodness she helped me. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got to go and suck up lots of worms into my little mole mouth. And she just exploded with laughter. She had no idea how to react to that. And it was the most perfect reaction to anything. Having issues with Komodo dragons is bigger than the one you planned in. Well, how big are Komodo dragons? Aren't they like alligator sized? I'm sure I've seen them. Like, I'm dead certain that the reptile house at the zoo when Rickstress and I went, I'm dead certain they had Komodo dragons in it. The only one that I remember about that zoo, at least that specific area, 2.6 meters? In my head, that's kind of crocodile-sized, right? I'm gonna say yes. The main one that I remember is outside of the reptile house. They had a snapping turtle in a display with a sign next to it going, no, he's not stuck behind the water filter. He just likes it there. And then if you look into the enclosure, you can actually see the snapping turtle wedged up into the water filter. And there's like, no, yes, he's supposed to do that. Don't worry about it. That one is merge. Cass, get it right. 30, 28, 14, 16. Honestly, that's the better one. Let's do it like that. Madreg. Go! They also had Nile crocodiles in the same enclosure, and they were little baby ones that looked like they'd fit in the palm of your hand. And me and Rickstress were looking at them going, are they statues? Are they toys? They look really small and fake. They're not moving. And then one of them just went, thrash! And we went, oh, okay, it's real. Right. Pataimel and Patalchu. Mukambu. Tsumugu. Go. Hey, am I low-key terrified that I'm just going to turn my greatest fighter into a ball of wool? A little bit. Save early, save often. Ken told me that. you. Come here. And then you. Go there. Thanks. And then you do that. 30, 28, 15, 16, 26. 31, 28, 15, 16, 27. That's just better. What do you look like? I mean, you're still a lion fella. And you've still got all the cool stuff. What if I do it the other way? Like, I lose a couple of stat points, but you still keep all your stuff. Do you look cool? Like, you look cool. I get to keep the thing. What a tricky decision. 30, 28, 15, 16, 26. Wait, really? Hang on. 30, 28, 15, 16, 26. Yeah, no, that's just faster. And better. And cooler. And hey, you know what? There's going to be other opportunities to get the steel looking thing anyway. Go! Get fused! Well, thank you very much for watching along, everybody. I think this has gone really, really well. The next couple streams should go a little bit more quickly. The game front loads its plot. There's essentially 2 lore dumps. The first one is the start of the game, and the other one is halfway through. 2/3 of the way through. I know where it is. I think. So we'll be fine. But next time we're gonna go into Dragonfly Forest. We're going to gonna explore. We do really, really well for ourselves. Is what? Is it? This guy's called Cupid? Cupido? Huh. Let's just sell you. Let's sell some of you. Yeah, look at that. Huh. So, what this is, which way around is it in English? There's mugwort, megawort, mugwort, and... No. Mugwort, bitter mugwort, and meta mugwort, which is essentially low, medium, and high potion. I am stalling, because I want to keep playing this game. Bear me a second. Let's go save. I can come back and do this, another day. And I will. Rextras is very used to me stalling. Normally it goes, Cass, do you need to go to bed? No. Cass? Yeah. Alright. Before we go, this is a really weird way of doing this. So, you know we were talking about writing styles? This is written entirely in katakana, which is incorrect. Garai no ie, Garai's home. But this one, no. That is no. That's the character for no. That should be here. Ie should also be in hiragana. But no. Oh no, Garai no ie. Just straight up katakana. Read them loan words, everybody. Here's the ending screen. You know it. It's great. Don't mind me. I'm just going to save again. Let's go say hello to... Well, you know what? They came in and said hello earlier. Let's go say hello to they, them. It's M. Playing some Dead Space is what... Playing some Dead Space is what they're doing. And, yeah, do come back tomorrow. We've got crosswords in the afternoon, Final Fantasy VII in the evening. Say hello on the Discord, on my Discord, to me, just chat. Y'all, conversation's great with everybody. And until next time, goodbye!